Teeth are the only exposed bones in the body, and just as if a bone breaks, it'll heal, teeth can heal.
In this video, Barbara O'Neill is going to open our eyes to how we can maintain healthy teeth and even heal them. We're also going to learn about specific products that are great for our teeth. Barbara talks about two special fluids that are crucial for healing teeth. She calls these the superfluids.
So what are your two superfluids? And these two superfluids are constantly bathing the teeth and nourishing the teeth. One is the internal. So the internal fluid would be your blood and your lymph. And remember what the lymph does, it sweeps away waste from the tissues. And remember what the blood does, it comes along with the nutrition, it comes along with the oxygen, it comes along with the water, the white blood cells. So this internal fluid is bathing from the inside. And your external fluid is your saliva. Now both the internal fluid and the external fluid, their quality is totally dependent on fresh air, sunshine, not taking anything in that will harm it, going to bed early, exercising every day, having a nourishing diet, having food that has the quality, the ingredients to build a healthy body, drinking adequate water. If you don't drink adequate water, that saliva does not have the ability to bathe, soothe, nourish and heal. So when you look after your bones, you are also looking after your teeth.
Mental health plays a big role here too. Stress, anxiety, and worry can interfere with the healing process, not just for teeth, but for your whole body.
Trust in divine power. Why trust in divine power? Trust in divine power takes into consideration stress, takes into consideration the spiritual, emotional, and mental aspects of disease. Stress inhibits healing. Stress, worry, anxiety interrupts with all body processes, and I think that's not a surprise to anyone. So we need to be sure that our internal and external fluids are of the top quality to allow our teeth to heal.
So, it's important to ensure that our internal and external fluids are of the best quality possible, which means taking care of both our body and mind. There's one major issue that we often ignore, but it's actually one of the biggest reasons for tooth decay: food caught between the teeth. When food gets stuck, it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, which can lead to the deterioration of our teeth. If we keep those spaces clean, we can solve up to 99% of tooth decay problems.
But something else is causing teeth to deteriorate, and that is food caught between the teeth. As one dentist said, only floss the teeth that you want to keep. Well, when food is caught between the teeth, it basically starts to rot. So what happens then is what causes it to rot is in that moist environment, you've got so many microbes in your mouth, they're coming along to clean it up. And as the bacteria and the yeast start to break down that food between the teeth, they give off a waste, and that waste has the ability to start eating away at the enamel on the teeth. Next
is oil pulling.
What's oil pulling? So oil pulling is using coconut oil. It's putting the oil in your mouth and it's swishing. Swish, swish. You might swish for 10, rest for 10, swish for 10 seconds, rest for 10 seconds. It's called oil pulling because it can pull waste out of the tongue, it can pull waste out of the glands under the tongue, it can pull waste out of the blood vessels under the tongue, and then you release that oil out on the grass. Don't release it down the plug hole or you'll plug up your plumbing. And take some water with you and rinse again and release that out.
Interestingly, a study in the Journal of Contemporary Dental Practice examined the effects of coconut oil pulling on oral health. The study found that oil pulling significantly reduced harmful bacteria in the mouth. The study involved 60 participants split into 3 groups. One used coconut oil, another used chlorhexidine, and a control group used distilled water. After 2 weeks, both the coconut oil and chlorhexidine groups showed a significant reduction in bacteria levels, while the control group showed no change. This confirms that oil pulling with coconut oil can effectively reduce harmful bacteria and support oral health. Next is rinsing your mouth adequately after every meal.
So make sure after every meal you rinse your mouth. Rinse your mouth very well. You can rinse it with seawater. You can rinse it with a mixture of sodium bicarbonate water and floss those teeth. Keep them clean.
Barbara O'Neill also recommends rinsing your mouth after every meal, as a powerful way to kill cavities and heal teeth. According to Barbara, it's crucial to rinse your mouth really well after eating. You can use seawater or a mixture of sodium bicarbonate and water for this.
But the worst thing you can do for your body is take calcium supplements, because bones aren't made of calcium. Is that a surprise? Bones are not made of calcium. And we have a situation today where bones are breaking down. Dentists are making a fortune. You see, that's the only exposed bone out of teeth that are breaking down. Osteoporosis, the breaking down of bones, the brittle of bones. Do you know God never meant bones to deteriorate like they do? Bones are not made of calcium. They're made of 12 minerals and 64 trace. So let's look at those 12 minerals. Yes, calcium and chromium and boron and iron, magnesium, manganese, selenium, silica, sulfur, potassium, phosphorus, and zinc. That's what bones are made of, and 64 trace minerals. So it's not rocket science. What does our bones need, ladies? Minerals. So where do we get minerals in that amount, in that proportion, in that balance? Dr. Robert Thompson, in his book The Calcium Lie, he claims that the clearest indicator of a creator God is seawater, because seawater has all of these minerals in the exact balance and proportion as is found in the human body. Did you know in the war, the Navy, if a man needed a blood transfusion, they would transfuse him with seawater, because the body can convert it very quickly into blood. So all the body tissues, the bones, everything in our body swims in a fluid, and it's seawater. Dr. Jacques de Langry, a French doctor, he called our internal fluids our internal ocean. But this also includes our bones.
It's a small habit, but one that can make a big difference in your dental health. Barbara explains that rinsing helps remove food particles that get stuck in your teeth after eating. If left there, these bits of food can start to decompose, creating an ideal environment for bacteria to thrive. When bacteria feed on the leftover food, they release acidic waste products that can damage the enamel on your teeth. Rinsing your mouth helps to flush out those food particles, reducing the risk of decay.
I didn't give my children cow's milk. I gave them lots of vegetables. We had lots of minerals, and they never had a broken bone. In fact, none. My daughter Jessica jumped over a fence and her scarf got caught and she broke her ankle, but that happened to her when she was about 38. That's an illustration that the bones are strong. So I took my children to the dentist. I think the eldest was 14, the youngest was about 4. And the dentist said, "Your children's teeth astonish me. They're so strong. There's no decay." She said, "One child has a little decay, but it appears it's in a tooth where between teeth where the food gets caught." And she said, "What's astonishing is a little bit of decay started, but it stopped because the tooth was so strong." I didn't give my children sugar, but about 3 times a week I would make them a delicious dessert. Children like sweet things, but you can change their tastes and you can train their tastes. We always had dessert after the meal had been eaten.
A study published in the Journal of the American Dental Association found that using baking soda as a mouth rinser in toothpaste helps reduce plaque acidity, which is crucial in preventing tooth decay. The study highlighted that baking soda effectively neutralizes acids in the mouth, creating an environment less conducive to bacterial growth. This neutralization process helps in protecting the enamel and preventing cavities.
Do you know that teeth can heal themselves. Teeth are exposed bone. And I have had many people testify this, and I even saw it in my own children. A little bit of decay began, but it healed itself. How does it heal itself? Through two fluids. The inside fluid is your blood and your lymph. And the outside fluid is your saliva. And your saliva is affected by your nutrition. Your inside fluids is affected by your nutrition. Also, the saliva and the out fluid and the in fluid are affected by how hydrated you are, how well slept you are, how exercised you are. If you're giving the body the right conditions, those fluids are able to heal. But also, dental health is important. I talked about oil pulling this morning, strengthens the gum and cleans the mouth nicely. But dental floss is very important. One dentist said, only floss the teeth you want to keep.
Barbara points out that rinsing with seawater or a sodium bicarbonate solution helps neutralize acids in your mouth, creating a more balanced environment that discourages bacterial growth. This can be particularly helpful after consuming acidic foods. For best results, Barbara advises making this a consistent habit after every meal to help prevent cavities and support the healing process of your teeth.
Do you know the most dangerous thing you can have in your mouth is root canals? And the reason for this is a root canal filling is a dead tooth. So there's your jaw, there's the tooth, and it's connected by a periodontal ligament. I'll give it another colour. So that's the periodontal ligament that's connecting it. Now when someone's got a root canal filling, the root has been taken out, so there is now no blood, no lymph going through that tooth to clean it, and the inside of a tooth is like honeycomb. So you just picture this dead tooth in your mouth, no blood, no lymph, microbes can live in there. Not only this, the body tries to reject something dead, so an infection can be set up here. And sometimes you don't know because you've got no nerves or feeling in that tooth. I've got a book at home called Root Canal Cover-Up, and it's by the head of the Orthodontic Association in America. He's written a book, well, he's not the head anymore, of how dangerous root canals are. So that, what you've got here, that's the jawbone. You've got blood, let's say that's blood, and you've got your lymphatic system also going through there. So if that gets rotten, it can affect your lymphatic system, it can affect your blood system, and it can make a person very sick, just a root canal filling. So I say to people, if you've got a root canal filling that it is all tender, if it has any discoloration, my advice is try and get it out this week. If you have root canal fillings that don't appear to be a problem, I would still get them out because they are a piece of dead tooth. And if your dentist says, this is ridiculous, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that tooth, I'm not going to do it, I would say, well, if you don't do it, I'll go to someone that will. It's your mouth. It's your tooth. But you put root canal fillings into the web and you'll get a whole lot of scary stories coming out of there. So the root canal fillings are dangerous for many reasons. Another one is that every tooth has a link for different parts of the body. So a person can have, kidneys not working well because the tooth that has the connection to the kidney part has a root canal in it. Now, the other danger in the mouth is mercury fillings. Mercury is a neurotoxin. There is no safe dose of that. In some countries, mercury fillings are totally banned. And they were banned in America for 300 years till the 1920s. Three dentists came over from Europe and started their own dental association where they legalised mercury. They don't even look nice, do they? The mercury fillings are the silver-coloured fillings. Now, mercury little by little leaches into the body and it's a neurotoxin. So some people can be sick, especially if someone says, but I'm doing everything right. And then I ask, any mould exposure? No. Chemical exposure? No. Have you got any root canal fillings? Ah, yes. Have you got any mercury in your mouth? Ah, yes. And mercury is the #1 cause of multiple sclerosis.
because it eats away that myelin sheath. Now crowns, I am not sure on a crown. It would depend what was under the crown, if there was mercury under the crown, if there was a root canal under the crown. So basically I think for the person asking this question, it would be good maybe for them to have an x-ray of the tooth to just see exactly what's happening under there. But if it's a dead tooth, if it's root canal underneath or mercury, then it would certainly be better to have it out.
Now let's talk about food, what we should avoid and what we should eat for healthy teeth. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes that limiting acidic foods and drinks is a key remedy for killing cavities and healing teeth.
Sugar is one of the worst, because you know what sugar does? It just feeds all those little microbes that are breaking down the things that are caught between your teeth. So those sugary drinks are particularly damaging to the teeth.
A study from the journal Life found that sugary drinks significantly reduced salivary pH, making the environment more acidic and promoting harmful bacterial growth. The study showed that drinks with sucrose led to a major increase in harmful bacteria like Streptococcus mutans, which are responsible for tooth decay. So, what can you do to fight this? First, try to keep the pH in your mouth as neutral as possible. This means limiting your intake of acidic foods and drinks, like sugary sodas and citrus juices. You can also use a pH balancing mouthwash to help. Now let's talk about what we should enjoy for our teeth health. When it comes to promoting dental health, Barbara O'Neill highlights the apple as one of the best fruits to enjoy. Apples.
Your teeth and your mouth need crunchy things. So with a refined diet today, there's hardly any crunch, have you noticed? But apples require you to crunch, and when you crunch, that is strengthening the teeth, it is strengthening the jaws, it is strengthening the gums. No wonder the old saying says an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So get used to crunchy things.
Additionally, their natural fiber content and high water content aid in rinsing away food particles and bacteria. Apples are not only a delicious snack, but also a practical way to support your oral health. Barbara recommends incorporating apples into your diet regularly for healthier, stronger teeth. Green leafy vegetables.
Every day we should have salad. So at lunchtime we always have a salad. Celery is particularly good, and carrots at crunching it in the mouth. Children love raw carrots. Cucumbers, all of those crunchy foods. They're strengthening the gums, strengthening the teeth, and they are also strengthening the jaws. This explains why breastfeeding is so important for children, for babies, because when babies breastfeed, it takes a lot of work to get the milk out of the breast, but that hard work that the baby does, it strengthens the jaw, it causes the roof of the mouth to form properly with that tongue pressing against it, and it gets that jaw ready for the teeth to come through. So the tabbouleh salad, familiar with tabbouleh, which is the parsley salad? It's usually made with cracked wheat, but we make it with quinoa. So it might be grated beetroot, it might be just tomato, cucumber, avocado and lettuce. And that's the beauty of the health retreat. We usually do a slightly different salad every day to show them different things you can do, because most people don't eat enough raw.
A strong jaw is vital for maintaining healthy teeth, as the jawbone provides the necessary support to keep teeth securely anchored and properly aligned. A well-developed jaw ensures that biting and chewing forces are evenly distributed across the teeth, preventing undue wear and damage. It also helps reduce the risk of bone loss, which can lead to issues such as loose teeth, receding gums, and tooth loss over time. Proper jaw alignment further prevents conditions like temporomandibular joint disorders, which are associated with teeth grinding and wear. Barbara O'Neill recommends incorporating crunchy vegetables like celery, carrots, and cucumber into your diet to help strengthen the jaw. Their firm texture encourages chewing, which stimulates the jawbone and promotes its strength.
So this is one way that we can get these minerals. Where else do we find these minerals? We find these minerals in dark green leafy vegetables. I think we've talked about these a few times, is that right? Mm-hmm. Dark green leafy vegetables. Dark green leafy vegetables are very high in minerals.
We should be having dark green leafy vegetables every day.
Barbara also recommends making sure you're getting enough minerals in your diet, especially calcium and phosphorus. These minerals support the remineralization process, which helps strengthen your teeth and repair any damage. Foods rich in calcium and phosphorus, like cheese, leafy greens, and nuts, provide the raw materials your teeth need to rebuild and repair themselves. And here's a fun fact. Vitamin K2, found in fermented foods, like sauerkraut and soybeans, actually helps your body use calcium more effectively, making sure it gets to your teeth and bones where it's needed most. Eating foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and cheese can give your teeth the nutrition they need to stay healthy. Another powerful ally in the fight against cavities is xylitol, a natural sweetener, readily available at most health food stores. Xylitol does far more than simply serve as a sugar substitute. It offers remarkable dental health benefits. It stimulates saliva production, which enhances the mineral content of saliva, aiding in the remineralization of teeth. Additionally, studies show that xylitol can reduce the risk of cavities, and even help reverse the early stages of tooth decay. The best part? Xylitol is versatile and can be found in a variety of products, including sugar-free gum, mints, baked goods, and even toothpaste. Adding xylitol-based products to your routine is a simple and tasty way to support your dental health.